WrestleMania is here. Literally, it's less than 24 hours away, and I'm excited for it. There's a lot of matches on the card I really want to see, and every match has a lot of build-up leading to it. I think this year's event feels like a culmination of multiple storylines as compared to matches thrown on the card at the last minute to fill time. With that said, I'm really curious to find out what people think will be the better night of matches. Here's a quick rundown of the card for each night. Night 1, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. From the last episode of SmackDown, it now looks like it's going to be Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. Then there's Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control. There's the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus R-Truth and The Miz versus Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano versus Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, the New Catch Republic. There's the brother versus brother match, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. The Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. And The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Night 2, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Final Testament in a 6-man tag Philadelphia street fight. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens in a United States triple threat match. Io Sky versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. In the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Despite Night 2 ending with a main event that has been built up for such a long time, I think Night 1 is the overall better card. I feel more excited about these matches than I do for Night 2. Allow me to explain my thought process here. There's a few things hurting Night 2 in my opinion. Number 1, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Final Testament in a street fight is the only match on either night that feels a bit odd. I recall the Final Testament causing the Street Profits an opportunity to be at WrestleMania as part of the tag team title match. During the beatdown, Karrion Kross said something to the effect of, neither of us is going to WrestleMania. Well, I guess he's wrong now. Also, related to this match, if The Rock and Roman win Night 1, the main event of Night 2 will be a Bloodlines rules match, which means anything goes. This would mean Night 2 has a street fight, a triple threat match for the United States title, and a Bloodlines rules match, which is essentially the same match 3 times. Number 3, we know how Night 2 ends, don't we? Cody's going to win. He has to. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, and I'm sure it will be entertaining. However, when compared to Night 1, there's less uncertainty with how the matches will play out. There's more of this feeling that you're just sitting there waiting for that thing you know will happen to happen. Something that gives Night 1 the edge is the 6-pack tag team ladder match. This is arguably the most intriguing match on the card, as it was always the one without a clearly defined winner. To add even more excitement, this past week they announced that the belts would be split during the match. There will be 2 winners, leading to different ways this can play out. This could very well be the show stealer of the weekend. Night 1 also includes the debut match for Jade Cargill. Excluding her Royal Rumble match, this would be the first time in a match that this would be her first time in a match that will end with a pinfall or submission. So a major debut at WrestleMania gives Night 1 some points. Let me know what you all think. Night 1 versus Night 2. Which would be the better night of WrestleMania?